everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Broncos coming in at 6-4, going up against the Raiders, who come in at 8-2.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taking you to 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And now it's second down. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
Hey, check 26. Hey. You got three. Three down.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack. Loss of yards on a running play, not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Launching one for Henderson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big run that time by Murray. 41 yards on the ground. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. And
seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run here. It's Murray. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That
was second down run for Murray. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now they'll run. Murray. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. A toss to Murray. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Big play here. 3rd down and goal from the 2. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken to the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Rodgers to throw on second down. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the second quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain. Still a ways to go, though. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
1st and 10. Here's Carr going with a screen for Murray. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Carr turns, hands to Murray. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They go with Murray again. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First down, Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Carr going to give it to Murray on a draw play. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Murray. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here, as they need 4 yards on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Cordero Patterson as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Come on, let's go!
Room here to run. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll run again with Bernard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. In motion, Patterson. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Carr now on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. In motion, Patterson. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, D. Milliner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he is all the way up past the 25. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. Right? But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Washington to begin the drive. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete out right to Jake Butt. A good pickup there at 22. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They run it again with Anderson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. On play action, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Three yards remaining here on second down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On first, here's Washington. And some room to maneuver. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now on first down, it's Washington again. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Seven yards to go on second down. They pitch it out to Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Able to spin free. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On second down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go!
And an alley to run. Finding some room at midfield. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now this time he'll look to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Raiders, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.